Well, Mark, we're coming towards the end of pre-season training camp here in Austria. How satisfied are you with how the week's gone?
Yeah, very satisfied. I mean, first of all, the venue, in terms of the quality of hotel, the bedrooms, the food, the boys are here, working hard, and you need the basics to be right. So the hotel's been magnificent for us, as has the training pitch. So yeah, that side's been very, very good. And you guys settling in, and they've worked very hard. So as I said, we had to introduce new faces, we had to work on our fitness levels, we had to try and introduce new ideas, a philosophy of playing that we're keen to ensure the boys are up to speed with. So a lot of work's gone in, a lot of work still to be done, but so far so good.
As you say, plenty of new faces, no fewer than 8 new signings made the trip, including Angel Rangel, who re-signed just before we came out. While he obviously needed no introduction to the group, how have the rest settled in?
Yeah, delighted. There's a young core in the group, but some really good senior pros as well. So Angel coming back, well known to the boys, of course. He knows the club, and we're delighted to welcome him back. But the likes of Lee Wallace, Grant Horvath's responsibility. Senior pros got a really important role to play. Joe Lumley has stepped up and welcomed Lee and Kelly in that relationship with Senny. So these are really key relationships throughout the squad. But camaraderie has been good. The attitude to training has been really good. They've been focused. They're working hard. And you have periods when it is very, very tiring, your legs are sore, your muscles, your body's sore, but they've responded really well, so all credit to them. Coaches are quick to jump on them when they're not so focused, but they're really happy and focused. So the gelling has been good, camaraderie has been very good, and we're looking forward to going to the game tomorrow night, which is just another part of our loading our training.
With all the new faces, does it make trips like these and the fact that they arrived in time for it even more beneficial in terms of team spirit and everyone getting to know each other?
Yeah, it does. I mean, you can sit there and say, why do you go away? You can stay at home on good training pitches, people stay in their own beds with their family, and you might fly out on a Thursday and play a game on a Friday. So why do you go away? But it allows you far greater access to the players. The players get to know each other, they spend time with each other, you understand how relationships are formed, etc. So for me, it's been a really beneficial week. I think you can go too long sometimes, and players get very touchy. But these few days have been so far so good, and have worked very well.
Now, despite all the new signings, before we came out, you were keen to stress the fact that you're still very much working hard in the transfer market, especially in attack. Is that still the case after this week?
Yeah, very much. I mean, I see supporters comment to you that we need strikers, and of course you do. But it's about getting the right people at the right price for QPR as well. So whether it's in the loan market, whether it's permanent players, you have to find the right players for QPR who can play into the style that we want to play, fit within the budget parameters, is again really important. People talk to me about free players. Players are never free. Whether it's an agency fee or increased weekly wage, they're never free. So it's very easy to pick and throw loads of names at the club. The fact is, so much work is being done by the recruitment team, by Les, of course, the director of football, and all the staff around. Lots of players are being watched. This afternoon I've just come out from a meeting where 3 more players have been watched in a variety of positions. But we're well aware of what we need. But it's important, as I say, we find the right players, the right quality, the right development potential to come in and add real value to QPR.
It's fair to say it's been a busy week, not just for the players, but for the team off it as well. How useful has it been for you personally and your backroom team, the likes of Neil Banfield, John Eustace and Chris Ramsey?
Well, again, your example of Neil Banfield. Neil's come in. I've known Neil for a long period of time. It's important to see how he deals with the players, how he works with the staff, interacts with the staff, his style of coaching, how it works with the players, how it benefits the players. So great for Neil to come on. He's been a roaring success, I think it's fair to say. Obviously Chris, John know the club far better than we do at the moment, but again they pass their knowledge and expertise. But it's good for us to see the backroom staff on these type of trips. The medical team are kept busy 24 hours a day almost, as you can imagine. But again, their work ethic, the protocols they put in place, their availability to the players has been outstanding. The analysts are working tirelessly because we're demanding of them. We want to see training footage, we want to see player footage. All around, the support team is working really hard. So far so good. Great opportunity to really understand how we all work, what I want from my staff, and the levels we expect as a group of staff.
We finished the week with the match against Austria Vienna on Friday. How much will you be using that as an opportunity to put into practice the work that's been done this week in training?
Yeah, don't forget, this is the first proper game. We had a behind closed doors training game in Gillingham, which really was a training game. This is still about the loading on the players. Some guys tomorrow will play 45, some will play 30, some will play 75 plus. We've had a few niggles and injuries, so again we've got to take care of players. It's a long pre-season, it's a long season ahead. so we're not going to rush anything now. So it's about getting the loading right in the players, and different players will be at different stages of their progress. And Gail coming in, and Gail will probably look to play between 20 and 30 minutes tomorrow night. So it's about getting it right for each individual player, not pushing too heavy a loading on any one individual. And if we can get that right, then we move on to fly back. The boys have one day off, back in on Monday, game on Tuesday, and so the cycle continues.
Now, whilst we're still very much in the early stages of pre-season, Austria Vienna start their league campaign in just a couple of weeks. Is it fair to say our approach will be somewhat different to theirs?
It has to be. I mean, there's a risk with these type of games. You know, you see some clubs playing much lower level opposition, winning by 6, 7, 8. You can say that gives you the confidence and the early ideas of pattern of play. This is a far tougher game in front of a decent crowd at a very nice stadium and pitch. So what we have to do is utilise it, understand where we are. Are we near them in terms of fitness and preparation? Not yet. No, as I say, they probably start 2.5 weeks before us, which is a big gap at this time of year. But what we have to do is recognise that whenever you pull the jersey on, you represent the club. And it's important that we maximise, whether you're for 15 minutes or for 90 minutes, maximise the time on the pitch. It's an important part of your loading and preparation for the season ahead.
And just a message for obviously there'll be fans flying out to see sort of the first look they get of your team in action. I imagine you'll be looking forward to seeing them in the stand as well.
Yeah, it's important for us, as I say, whenever a player pulls on a jersey, you represent the club. So it's important in terms of your application, how you approach the game, the effort that you display to the fans. Don't forget they're paying supporters, and that must never ever be forgotten. So you have to make sure that the best you can be every single time you pull the jersey on. The players have worked hard. There's a lot of tired legs, but we go into the game as a really important part of our preparation. So as I said, there'll be some changes at half-time, some on the hour, some at 75 tomorrow. But a lot of new faces will be playing. Good for the supporters to see them, and I hope a lot more in the weeks and matches ahead.